Hello trivia friends and all you clever people, welcome back to Detormentis and another Detormentis Brain Gym. My name is Sean, I hope that you are doing well. Today's episode is episode 35 of my ongoing Brain Gym series of quizzes. These quizzes are the toughest version of quizzes that you will find here on the Detormentis channel. 71 questions that will test everything you know about the world around us and give your brain a good workout. The quiz gets tougher as you progress and the challenges are quite interesting. Remember to keep track of how many questions you can answer correctly and check the end of the video to see which rank you managed to get. With all of that out of the way, let's jump straight into today's quiz. Question 1. In economics, what term describes a market with only one seller and many buyers? Is it a monopoly, duopoly or oligopoly? It's a monopoly. Karl Marx was born in which country? Is it Austria, Russia or Germany? He was born in Germany. What is the term for an exaggerated statement not meant to be taken literally? Metaphor, hyperbole or oxymoron? The answer is hyperbole. In the tales, Robin Hood's main enemy was the Sheriff of Notting Hill, Nottingham or Northshire. The Sheriff of Nottingham. Which country is considered the birthplace of the Industrial Revolution? China, Greece or the United Kingdom? The United Kingdom. Which is the largest island that is part of the USA? Hawaii Island, Kodiak Island or Puerto Rico? Hawaii Island. Which of the following is a freshwater body of water? The Adriatic Sea, the Tasman Sea or the Sea of Galilee? The Sea of Galilee. What term describes a word formed by the first letter of each word in a sequence? Is it an acronym, amalgam or palindrome? It's an acronym. In which religion will you find the Vishnu deity? In Hinduism, Buddhism or Sikhism? In Hinduism. Which author wrote a memoir titled Life on the Mississippi? H.P. Lovecraft, Mark Twain or Ernest Hemingway? Mark Twain. Can you name one of the top 3 largest empires in world history based on the area they controlled? You get 1 point if you answered any one of these. Name one of the top 3 largest aquatic marine animals. One point for any one of these. Excluding the USA, name one of the top 3 countries by GDP. China, Germany or Japan. By units sold, name one of the top 3 best-selling video game consoles of all time. One point if you answered one of these. By number of moons, name one of the top 3 planets in our solar system. Saturn, Jupiter or Uranus. Name one of the top 3 longest reigning British monarchs. Elizabeth II, Queen Victoria or George III. By global revenue, name one of the top 3 largest fast food chains. McDonald's, Starbucks or KFC. Name one of the top 3 most given female names in the USA since the 1900s. Mary, Patricia or Jennifer. Excluding English, name one of the top 3 most spoken languages in Africa. Swahili, Arabic or French. Name one of the top 3 most visited tourist attractions in the world. One point if you answered any one of these. And it is time for the bonus question. In the NATO phonetic alphabet, what unique code word is used for the letter L? If you know the answer, share it in the comments, and if you are enjoying this quiz, please leave a like and consider subscribing. It really helps. Now, back to the quiz. What is the SI unit of electric charge? Coulomb. What do you call the thin flap of cartilage that covers the windpipe when swallowing? The epiglottis. A bill of fare is more commonly known as what? A menu. Who wrote The War of the Worlds? H.G. Wells. Who was the leader of the USSR when the Berlin Wall came down? Mikhail Gorbachev. In which US national park will you find Old Faithful? Yellowstone. What scale is used to measure the hardness of gemstones? Mohs scale. What term describes instruments that produces a sound when struck? Percussion instruments. Jack the Dripper was a nickname for which famous artist? Jackson Pollock. What do you call the growing and cultivation of grapes? Viticulture. Story where animals often speak. Find the answer. Fable. Royal companion in name and duty. Find the answer. Consort. Shaped by rivers. alluvial, god of the heart, sternum, avoid getting hit, duck, when hard work bears fruit, harvest, verbal storm that breaks the calm, tirade, leaving no stone unturned, thorough, brief spell of duty before moving on, stint, stretched figure longer than it is wide, oblong, pilot is to airplane as conductor is to baton, station or orchestra, orchestra, library is to book as museum is to artifact, history or curator, artifact, lantern is to light as radiator is to winter, car or heat, heat, quiet is to hush as racket is to stifle, mask or din, din, dome is to stadium as canopy is to bed, head or kitchen, bed, truth is to myth as reality is to fiction, dream or illusion, illusion, diamond is to carat as bullet is to gun, caliber or magazine, caliber, India is to the Ganges as Russia is to Volga, Usk or Avon, Volga, Xerxes is to Persia as Mansa Musa is to Mali, Babylon or Egypt. Mali. Freud is to psychoanalysis as Mendel is to genetics, economics or mathematics. Genetics. For pi, what is the second number after the decimal point? It is 4. Galileo Galilei was placed under house arrest for 8 years for supporting which scientist's theory of heliocentrism? Nicolaus Copernicus. What name is given to the first 5 books of the Hebrew Bible? The Torah. Steven Tyler is the lead singer for which Boston-based rock band? Aerosmith. Complete the name of the French fine winery, Moet and Chandon. What name was given to each of Andy Warhol's art studios? The Factory. In which ocean is the Mariana Trench? It is in the Pacific Ocean. In filmmaking, what does the abbreviation VFX stand for? Visual effects. In what year did the Titanic sink? 1912. Mrs. O'Leary's cow was blamed for starting the Great Fire in which city in 1871? Chicago. Which is the odd one out? Earth, Mars, Pluto, Saturn, Neptune or Jupiter? Pluto. Which is the odd one out? George Washington, John Adams, Thomas Jefferson, Benjamin Franklin, Calvin Coolidge or Richard Nixon? Benjamin Franklin. Which is the odd one out? Aphrodite, Apollo, Poseidon, Artemis, Hades or Thor? Thor. Which is the odd one out? Cubism, Impressionism, Stoicism, Futurism, Surrealism or Realism? Stoicism. Which is the odd one out? Cuba, Madagascar, Japan, New Zealand, Norway or the Philippines? Norway. Which is the odd one out? Hawking, Babbage, Lovelace, Gates, Jobs or Turing? hawking. Which is the odd one out? Tamil, Aramaic, Sanskrit, Vulcan, Parsi or Sumerian? Vulcan. Which is the odd one out? Newt, frog, salamander, toad, crocodile, Sicilian. Crocodile. Which is the odd one out? Harp, banjo, cello, violin, guitar, oboe. Oboe. Which is the odd one out? Homer, Plato, Socrates, Aristotle, Voltaire, Nietzsche. Homer. And final question, can you identify which letter comes next in this sequence? It is the letter F. Each letter stands for a day of the week starting at Saturday. The missing letter therefore is F for Friday. And that is it. We have reached the end of Brain Gym number 35. I hope you enjoyed it and it wasn't too challenging. How many questions were you able to answer correctly? Take a look which rank you managed to get and share your result in the comments below. Also, don't forget to answer the bonus question. In the NATO phonetic alphabet, what unique code word is used for the letter L? If you know the answer, share it in the comments, and if you enjoyed today's quiz, please leave a like and consider subscribing. It really helps. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next quiz.